Right, so we just come back from Salcedo Market and we bought this beautiful chicken. First thing we have to do is butterfly it. We just have to cut either side of the spine and then remove it all the way down there, and then just sort of do it exactly the same on the other side, like so. So once you've taken the spine out, there's something called the keel bone, which is a bone and a cartilage that sort of holds the two chicken breasts together. We have to remove, and it's simple, just taking your hands and sticking it under the wings and just sort of opening it up like so, and just make a little incision on the keel bone, and as soon as we open up, it'll just come popping out like so. Okay, then we take our thumb and we just run it down that side, underneath, take your fingers and then just pull it out so, and it all comes out in one go. And then when you're barbecuing chicken, it's always pretty important to take off the little wingtips, because what happens more often than not is that the wingtips will burn, and when they burn, all of that burnt flavor will sort of run through. Okay, so now the chicken's all butterflied, I'm just gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna get the marinade for the chicken on. Okay, so now we have all our ingredients for the marinade, the jerk chicken. Okay, so we've got 1 onion. We then have some spring onions, cloves of garlic inside. We then have 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. The other one is allspice. Goes in. We then have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar inside. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon in there. And then 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Now that's all of the spices that have gone in. Now it's time to get the fiery stuff in. So I've got some bird's eye chili here. So you're probably looking at about 1/2 cup of orange juice. 3 or 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, like that. That's probably about 3. And then a really good glug of olive oil. Like so. And then a little bit of lemon juice. Probably looking at 3 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice can go in. Now it's as simple as just sort of turning the blender on. All right, now that our marinade is done, it's all blended. Now the key when you make a marinade to go in the barbecue, very, very important, is that you make sure there are no little bits of onion, little bits of garlic. So spend a little more time making sure that everything's blended into a liquid, because what happens is if you have a little chunk of garlic inside your marinade and that goes on the barbecue, your garlic's going to burn, your onion's going to burn, and that's going to leave a bitter taste in your food. So that's all really turned into a really nice liquid, and I can just sort of smell the chilies and the allspice kicking about in there. So now we have to get a refillable bag, and the chicken that we butterflied earlier, we just have to sort of put it in there like so. So in that goes. Once that's all in there, we'll now take it and just sort of squeeze as much of the air out as possible. Like that. Squeeze the air out like so. Now, no liquid will come out of there, and we just sort of give it a little massage, make sure it gets in all the little nooks and crannies. So in that goes, and that's the jerk chicken pretty much done. All we have to do now is just leave it for at least 4 or 5 hours. If you have time, preferably do it overnight. Jerk chicken done in the fridge, and now we'll get cracking on something else.